Now that we have installed and set up the Pro-X 70200, we are ready to start the burner. We will proceed with the following 7 steps. Step 1. Check that the power is turned on and make sure you open all manual oil line valves. The Pro-X LCD screen display will indicate that the control is powered. Step 2. Next, we will initiate a call for heat. If you are connected to a furnace or hydronic system, your thermostat most likely will be connected to a limit controller, such as a boiler temperature limit or a furnace control module. The T1 and T2 terminals will either have a physical jumper or can be programmed to be electronically jumpered. In either case, the Pro-X screen will display TT icon indicating that the T1, T2 circuit is closed. Now, when you set the thermostat a few degrees higher than the room temperature, the limit controller or furnace module will power the line voltage limit circuit and initiate a call for heat. If you are connecting to a steam system or a traditional furnace with a fan limit switch, then your thermostat will connect directly to T1, T2 terminals. When there is a call for heat, your limit circuit must be energized, bringing power back to limit in, as indicated by the limit icon on the screen. And when the T1, T2 circuit is closed by the thermostat, the Pro-X 70200 will begin a pre-ignition cycle. Step 3. During the pre-ignition cycle, the igniter comes on for 3 seconds prior to beginning any cycle. Pre-ignition is like a warm-up that is followed by valve delay on, sometimes called pre-purge. Here, the motor begins to run and the burner fan is blowing air through the combustion area to prepare for combustion. Step 4. When valve delay on cycle is complete, the trial for ignition, also known as TFI, begins. By default, the TFI period is set to 15 seconds, but it can be changed to 30 or 45 seconds. For valve delay on cycle operation, you must have indicated at initial power up that a solenoid valve was present, and you must wire the all solenoid valve to the violet terminal. If you are not using an oil valve, cap the violet lug. If valve delay on was not set and you wish to change that, follow the setup procedure in Chapter 2. Step 5. During the trial for ignition cycle, the CAD cell must sense flame within the TFI time limit, 15, 30, or 45 seconds. As soon as the flame is sensed, the screen will indicate so by appearance of the flame icon in the top right-hand corner of the screen and will momentarily display the words flame detected. You can press the up arrow / view ohms button at any time while the flame is on to view an ohm reading from the CAD cell. No need for a separate meter or special tool. Press the up arrow view ohms button again to return to the time in mode screen. If the Pro-X does not sense flame within the TFI limit, a lockout occurs and the screen will display lockout, no flame. The fault icon will flash together with any known cause for the fault. Step 6. In a normal run cycle, the screen will continue to display burner running and can display the CAD ohm reading if selected, or display the time in mode. If the flame is lost during a run cycle, the burner will recycle after a brief delay and attempt to relight. The recycle option may be turned off or limited. If recycle is turned off, a flame failure lockout will occur. Step 7. Once the call for heat is terminated, the oil valve is de-energized and the motor delay off cycle begins, sometimes called post-purge. The burner motor and fan remain running for the set time. 30 seconds is the default. The cycle is used to purge any remaining flue gases out of the appliance. At the end of the motor delay off cycle, the ProX 70200 returns to standby mode, displaying the time in standby and the message, no call for heat. Everything I have described represents a typical start and run cycle on a typical oil burner, with the ProX ability to enunciate every step. Viewing the steps in the process on screen makes it easier to understand and know what to expect from the oil burner operation. Conversely, if there had been a condition in the process that causes the burner not to operate and lock out, the ProX 70200 Extreme Diagnostic feature would detect the fault and display a message about the faulty component. More on that in Chapter 5.